These two teams are familiar with this matchup. It'll be a Symmetra TP to the point for the Boston Uprising, and they're coming out with a double shield here. The Justice had to be pretty clever with how they choose their targets here, and getting rid of Gabushi first is a very good start. It's one shield and a big body out of the fight already. Jeremy's getting to work with the Hellfire shotguns to find two, and crucially, Myunbong was taken out of the mix. Still, but the Uprising have a bit of fight left in them, but would stand one, the last one to go down. That kind of tells you the target focus has been quite good by the Justice.
Yeah, Jerry gets a decent amount of work done, getting right into the face of...
Trying to find 37 low, but there were so many targets that he really couldn't get the value he was looking for. So in desperation, it's a D.Va duplicated. He hits into the back line, and he gets rid of Valentine. That's a very good result, because that means in the longer fight, the Justice only look better and better. Assassin got an unbelievable amount of value, Matt, with that duplication. He's still in the damn mech.
Able to play this.
Gabushi switched to the D.Va now, maybe to try and set Valentine up a little bit more and prevent him from getting died so early. A good start with the coalescence here. Myunbong's also going to make sure he gets the sound barrier. Yes, they lose stand one, but really the Uprising were much more ready to brawl now with this Lucio Moira set up. And they want that quick fight. They want to find those targets early. But also the hole to the boot back. Deadeye, I'm 37, getting hosed down by the coalescence across the map, and here is the Death Blossom from Valentine, but Jerry does him just a little better. Getting both supports, by the way. Huge performance there, and Valentine's not really able to match that at all. This will mean the Justice get to walk back in and retake, putting the Uprising in a pretty critical situation with zero support ultimates to count on.
Yeah, and the reason that Jerry...
The enemy! The Uprising in the ocean, don't turn your back on them. Assassin wants to make his way forward now. Didn't really have a target in mind for the focusing beam, it would appear, but Jerry gets sent packing there by Faith. Now we're in a 5v5. The coalescence is very timely from Myunbong here, and he keeps 37 alive. You mentioned it, Matt. So important to keep this McCree on the grind. And that Deadeye is big. Baby got picked up. The headshot onto Fury also puts the Uprising ahead and keeps him in the round. Sound barrier is going to be there. It's going to be a re-engage from the Justice. That sound barrier from Closer is gone now, but Valentine didn't find anything with the Death Blossom as a result. I'm 37 sent over the edge here. Assassin's able to boost himself back up. A Closer gets sent packing as well. It's Gabushi to get rid of Assassin, and the Uprising have the numbers again. They're at 87% and counting. This is looking very good all of a sudden for the Boston Uprising, as the Justice are the ones that have to...
Huge boot from Faith, though, off the side. Faith and Valentine really keeping it in. It'll be Mag going in with a Primal Rage. Nuke down there with the Supercharger damage.
I don't think I've ever seen 1,000 damage come so quickly, but it was perfect timing for the Uprising.
Wow.
9:37, just a Deadeye in the corner. Puts the Justice on notice, and a slow start for the
more aggressive than, let's say, Mag can.
Stand one stands to receive a lot of these resources now, Matt, right? Zarya Bubble plus Ana. It's all about keeping the Winston active and effective. Valentine goes for duplications, able to get rid of Baby, but Jerry does it the old-fashioned way. No ultimate required. In the back, Hellfire shotguns akimbo, and Jerry gets beamed on down. Nice bubble usage from Mag, though. Really difficult for Valentine to get to grips with him now. So Mag returns to the point, and it will be the numbers for the just previous map. Anyway, I digress. 92% on the clock here, Matt.
So you gotta wonder if Boston's even gonna be able to get a touch. Stan 1's able to get here. He'll have Primal Rage, but not looking good over the course of the rest of the map.
Jerry not in a great position to get value out of that, though. There's a self-destruct, not finding anything. Mag gets a Primal Rage, but Valentine, timely Death Blossom. Fury uses what's left of that defense matrix, so to shut down that duplicated, not organic Reaper ultimate. But Valentine gets to hang around and do this for so long. The threat he generates, the space he creates as a result is huge in getting the Boston Uprising back in the driver's seat.
Such a huge drill, the Reaper from range.
There's a grab here, Matt, for Gabushi. Could be a good start if they can keep Gabushi alive. It's going to be Jerry and Assassin go down first, so no need for the ultimate now. Fury can't do anything about this charged up Zarya, and Gabushi knows he just needs to stick to that D.Va until she is carved from the mech.
This is looking a lot like that first point. Uprising, and you may be able to get away with the Uprising just using the grab and winning this fight.
Fortune favors the bold for Gabushi. There was, of course, a D.Va in a position to have shut down the ultimate, but Fury had no idea that the grab was coming. So everyone's heads get knocked together, and it's back to the drawing board again for the Justice now, 17 to Winston. And so he does, into the back line now, stunned immediately, just ruined, absolutely destroyed. I'm 37 at the front, loaded damage to deal with the Winston in his face. Still there's a fight to be had though. Fate gets knocked over the edge or taken down eventually by Closer. It's going to be on 37, falls to that self-destruct. Debushi a little bit out of position, but needs to get closer to the point to, get value out of this nano boost, and he does. He just walks across and starts beaming them down. This is scary stuff. The newest addition to the Boston Uprising, laying the Justice low, and the grab is the cherry on top here. Assassin removed very quickly, and it's the Boston Uprising who stand tall. He's looking, where exactly do I go? I can't push inside the cafe now, not with a big old window open. Yunbon with the application matrix, spots Assassin. There's no way he's getting away with that one. Boston look imperious.
And Mag hasn't been able to do much of anything, like you were mentioning. He'll jump in, but he jumps in, and even when he has the bubble...
Primal straight away, so he's really worried about CC and also just damage. With the damage reduction, though, of the nano boost, he eventually is going to get on 37. You cannot brute force a solution to a problem more than what we've just seen. But hey, just because it's not subtle doesn't mean it can't be effective. Bebe's gone down, though, so longer fight could be nasty for Mag. He might not have the healing that he needs, and no, he gets taken down. This could be the turnaround here. Punk comes back in. Gravitic Flux, Fury laid low, literally dropped on the ground, trying to play back a point here, but Punk is healthy, and he's hungry. Looking for those calories, and Fury's trying to evade him so far. He does buy some time for Closer to heal him up, and Yunbon goes down to Jerry. Nice time buy from Fury. Punk frustrated trying to chase him down, but eventually he'll have his just desserts, and Mag's going to have to run away or perish.
As you will have the Echo coming back in, the Bob's still in action.
Lock the legs and try and return to the fight as quickly as possible, and he will get here in time, but it's been 2 ticks. He's going to be the duplicated supercharger coming down and will persist for a short while after the duplication is over, but the job's done already. Assassin will come out of that Orisa form, and the Justice get what they came for, but they pay for every inch. Split the Uprising are. That's definitely a vulnerability that Mag's trying to exploit right now.
His bubble doesn't land that time.
Yeah, fortunately not punished for it though. He's able to drop back in, but they've lost Assassin in the meantime. So Mag really doesn't do anything with those few seconds, doesn't get any heads turning towards him, and as a result, some of the squishy parts of his team get decimated. Punk says, okay, I've had enough. I've got my Gravitic Flux available here, and look, I mean, if...
he's already got it, so maybe you end up giving this to, I was going to say Assassin, but he's down.
Gravitic Flux now. Is that enough though? Yep, Bebe gets destroyed while he's in midair, but I'm 37 has fallen, so what does Punk do here? Look at him, he's trying to peel for his backline, but he doesn't, without accretion, it's a little bit awkward to try and do that. Fury though, knows he's used the bubble, he's gonna get knocked down. Punk wants to charge towards him. He's looking extremely good on the Sigma so far, and that duplicated Zayu does a heck of a lot just to force the Justice back. We don't make it likely, so he stays out of line of sight for now. Keep an eye on the kill feed. Oh, we don't have to, we can find it ourselves. Jerry! Best Spider-Man impression isn't going to keep him alive there. Baby's now going to fall under some scrutiny, but Valentine needs to be careful. He's super susceptible biotic grenade from playing through this room. And yeah, he needs to get involved in the fight more. Grab, oh dear, it misses. Fury gets knocked back off the cart. We'll see Punk just trying to stay alive here as Diva. A lot of Inspire uptime being provided by Faith, who's just doing a bang-up job on this Brigitte in general. Eventually, though, he falls. A biotic grenade from Bebe really paves the way there, but Myeonbong back, and he has an air matrix, and Mag gets one between the eyes. No way Fury's going to escape here. Personal bubble, biotic grenade from his teammate, but still this damage can't be stopped, and the Uprising looking more dangerous than ever.
Play here for Boston, so pretty easy access to the high ground, also being able to just burst down one player. This is also one of the Justice's first looks at like an Orisa comp I can remember. Yep, Valentine's behind you guys. Turn around. All right.
Yep, he's got cooldowns and he ain't afraid to use them. That is pretty darn filthy stuff. Again, so maybe the Justice give up the high ground
and then take advantage of that. You know, Orisa Sigma it isn't really a comp that's going to take advantage of those, you know, walls and splitting people off. There's no mobility to kind of get these players down. As that becomes just a really odd scenario. Plus a Flux coming out of the spawn. Bob will get rushed to the point to get a touch.
Big Gravitic Flux getting rid of Jerry at the start of the fight. Punk gets a little bit of extra shielding there. He's going to drop as soon as he hits the ground. Yeah, but it may not matter here because the Uprising, they get the cart home. I'm 37 on the Hangzhou here. So we kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday. Great for shield pressure, but against Wrecking Ball, also pretty good just to pump damage into him if he gets stunned for any reason. That was Halt combo, there was a stun there. A lot of things we used to deal with Mag, and now what do the Justice do?
It is a lot to deal with Mag, but also if
Jerry on the Widow. There's a pick on the way almost every time. And now look at him wrapping around.
Look at his positioning though. the Boston Uprising, they rotate all the way through, and they basically take the choke from the offensive side. One of the weirder switches is Iron 37 goes to McCree. You want to play McCree against Widowmaker at this part of the map? This will be infrasight use here by Jerry. That is just a
Why don't the
bad
Justice
position.
follow up on that? Like, I know Jerry's in a bad spot, but can't Washington push in and take advantage?
With what? I mean, they don't have a Lucio speed boost. Like, are you just going to send Mag in there to jump all the way across the choke and die? I mean, there's no way they follow that up. There's just not really
That looked like a
chance.
disconnect then, Matt. Looked like they weren't on the same page,
Well-
or maybe Jerry just individually decided to go too far.
Well, what happened?
Widow can't just peek around. Okay, we're duplicating Hangzhou here. Interesting.
He
I'm 37,
needed
finds
to stay
Assassin.
alive. He was really low.
There you have it. Can he get value here? Might be easy connections with the arrows now with the Gravitic Flux follow-up, but are we going to get a free Dragon Strike? I mean, what more could you really ask for? That is disgusting, Valentine! He gets Bebe with the Dragon Strike, by the way. Okay, dude. Look at him. Like, I'm so booed. The one question I have is... Where Faith has that rally at the very least. So the one question I have is if the Justice can get this done in time, because Assassin gets picked off early. Again, the rally's in play and it had to be a Mercy Resurrected close.
Nobody's on the cart. This is actually you're relying on a ton of teammates' damage to break these shields, and then also the players being in that line of sight. So Jerry actually finds one on the flank. His 3 players are actually running down Jerry. You have Faith and Gabulshi here very far.
There you go. This time, though, the Justice do take advantage of the fact that Jerry's getting singled out, right? They push in with Assassin. They catch Faith, who I think was not sure whether to go with Gabulshi or not.
I mean,
Likely on 37 is looking to work down his shields. Pressure Mag. Face down again. Jerry strikes once more, but that amplification matrix means that Assassin gets turned into mincemeat pretty quickly. Infrasight now for Jerry, and a very safe position to play from. So the Uprising are not giving many targets, but they're still finding other Justice players to get rid of. Gabushi's found himself 3 here, and as good as Jerry is, it's not enough to keep the Justice going.
no, then you'll just put shields in front of him. He's going to get set up on the high ground. Can we get a touch here? It looks like Mag and Assassin going to be able to...
Oh,
he gets a stun, pushes them back. And the Boston Uprising get a 3-0 today. I mean, that is a huge win for Boston. Absolutely dominated the Justice here. The Justice really